Hello YouTube. During the last few years there have been a number of videos circulating the internet where traditional martial artists, mostly from tai-chi, aikido and some Wing Chun, have gone up against mixed martial artists and, to say the least, they have performed very poorly. This whole thing started, I think, when a tai-chi master, I don't know what qualifications made him a master, but he was presented as a master. Tai-chi master Wei Lei went up against a MMA coach called Xu Xiaodong in China. And the backstory why that fight took place, from what I understand, is a bit long and a bit complicated. But the fight itself was not. It was extremely short. Basically, Xu Xiaodong charged Wei Lei, punched him in the face. Wei Lei started reeling back wildly, like swinging his arms, got hit again, fell down to the ground. The referee jumped in, stopped the fight, and it was over in like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, something like that. And all of these stuff have made a lot of people argue that things like tai chi, they are useless, they are worthless. The people teaching them are frauds and the people practicing them are delusional or something like that. Is that true? I would like to start just by saying that mixed martial arts, MMA, as a sport has evolved during the last, I think soon 30 years, by picking people from different martial arts and having them try it out against each other in one-on-one unarmed fights with limited rule sets. There are rules in MMA, but the rule set is pretty limited. And then people have realized what techniques and what arts work in this environment, and the sport have evolved from that. And the arts that have had big carryover into MMA have been things like, first and foremost, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and then we have Muay Thai, boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, and we have some guys who have been able to incorporate some techniques from Taekwondo, Kung Fu or Karate, but that's more like a few techniques extra. Okay? And if your goal is to compete in mixed martial arts, so you want to win the UFC and become a professional fighter or something like that, you should train either in those arts that I mentioned that have a big carryover into MMA, or you should find a gym that trains and teaches MMA as a sport in itself, okay? You might get some benefit from training Tai Chi or something like that, but the carryover will be very small. So, does that mean I say Tai Chi is useless? Kind of, if your goal is to compete in mixed martial arts. However, I don't think that is the goal of most people who start to train martial arts. I believe there are three main reasons people choose to train martial arts. The first being physical and mental health. The second, personal development. The third, self-defense. Okay. Well, the first of those points, it is very, very uncontroversial to say that Tai Chi is good for your health. There have been multiple studies that have shown that it is very helpful, and that it can be helpful to deal with medical conditions that are already there and to keep you healthy for a long time. It's a very soft training form. It incorporates all of your body and so on. And I must say, for me, this is the big part. What inspires me to train is not like Ip Man or some kung fu movie, and it's not watching MMA fights and thinking, oh, I want to be that good of a fighter. For me, the most inspiring thing is looking at videos of old Chinese people in parks doing Tai Chi or Qigong, similar stuff, and being able to move and be active even at that age. That's inspiring to me. And it is, as I said, it's pretty well documented that Tai Chi will help you do that. It will help you be healthy for a longer time. Personal development is, of course, personal and bit of a unclear. But it could be that you want to become more focused, become more disciplined, get better self-confidence, learn stuff you didn't thought you could learn, like push the boundaries of your body. Maybe can you learn to do full splits or kick really high, things you've never been able to do, but maybe you can get there. And I believe most martial arts can help you push in those directions, and I absolutely believe that Tai Chi, Aikido, Wing Chun, Karate, Taekwondo, all arts can help you develop in some ways. And if you train in one art or at one school and you feel it doesn't help you, you can try another one. Now, the third reason, self-defense. That's where things might get a bit controversial again, right? Can Tai Chi help you defend yourself if someone attacks you? I believe it really depends on how you train it, not just what moves you train, and not just if you know the practical application of the moves, but how do you train those movements. The way I train currently, I train forms, slow movement, solo forms. And I am also beginner level, okay, so I'm not claiming mastery here. From the way I train it, if I was jumped on the street today and I had to defend myself, I might have benefits from doing Tai Chi for the last few years, because it has given me better leg strength, better balance, better coordination, better flexibility. And those are good things to have if you need to physically defend yourself, but I would not be able to pick out techniques and do cool tai chi moves to defend myself. If you train in other ways, maybe you can. But I think we should be honest about it. The way most people train tai chi and the way most people train in some other arts, it will not be the most efficient way to learn how to defend yourself if you're attacked. I want to bring up one more thing about this though, and that is, if you want to become as effective of a fighter as possible, and your way to become that is through doing a lot of hard sparring and full contact fighting, you should be very clear that does work against the first reason I mentioned why people train martial arts. You might getting hit in the head a lot of times, or getting your arms or another joints twisted in ways they are not supposed to go, with people putting pressure on them, getting hit in the liver or other parts of your body multiple times. It will be detrimental to your health. I mean, we have boxers' drunkenness, people who have done combat sports and gotten the center of balance hurt, so they are always looking a bit like they are drunk. We have aesthetical things like people getting cauliflower ears or boxers' noses because their noses have been punched and broken several times. It now looks funny, and those might sound like aesthetical minor issues, but there have been studies showing that having those kinds of damages can really hurt your chances in, for example, a job interview. And that's too bad, but it's what studies have shown us. Okay? And so I'm not telling you that you should not do full contact fighting, or that you shouldn't do hard sparring. You do whatever you feel you want to do, as long as it's legal where you are, in your area. There are people doing loads of things that might risk their health, from people going out and drinking alcohol to people doing other sports that have some risks for injuries, or people doing some certain jobs that have danger to them, but they feel it's worth it. They feel it's worth it. The only thing I feel is that we should all try to be very honest about what we do and what we can expect to get out from it. As practitioners, and even more importantly, if you are an instructor of any martial art, you need to be honest with your students. What can we get out? Will you get out from this? What are the risks involved? I cannot train solo tai chi slow forms and expect to be able to throw people across rooms with just the power of my chi, right? And if I were to teach the tai chi, I were to start a class where I taught the 24 form, for example, a beginner form. And I put with big red letters, self-defense, ancient, deadly, Chinese, mysterious martial art, or something like that. That would be fraudulent behavior, no doubt. No doubt about it. I should be honest with what they can expect. It will be good for your health. You will be more flexible. You will build leg strength. It will help you deal with stress, anxiety, depression, and so on. But you will not be a kung fu master. You will not. Yeah. Now I'm rambling a bit, right? And also, on the contrary, if you teach a sport that do a lot of full contact fighting, you should be aware and you should be honest with it. People doing that, they risk their health. There is a price. So I've been rambling on for too long now. We should all be honest with each other, with ourselves, and if we have students, absolutely with our students. Peace out.